Have you ever wondered what it takes to become an Olympic champion? The answer is simple. It takes dedication, perseverance, hard work, an effective training regimen, good coaching, access to the right resources and facilities. Oh, and did I mention it also requires that you're not dead? Well, this athlete checks all those boxes and then some. Welcome back, friends. Today, we look at how one young man went from being an orphan with nothing to his name to becoming an Olympic champion in track and field. We hope his story inspires you to pursue your dreams, no matter how big or small they may seem. Our story begins in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in 1994. A baby was born. Let's call him Junior. And immediately, he became an orphan. His father abandoned his mother when she was pregnant, and soon after she gave birth, she, too, died from complications. So there Junior was all of 3 days old, an orphan with no living relatives, no money, and no one to take care of him. It looked like Junior would be destined for a life on the streets, begging for food and sleeping under the bridges. Luckily for him, he was taken in by a state-run children's home. But unfortunately, he wasn't the only child in that home. There were 58 other kids there, so many that they had to sleep 3 in a bed. And as you can imagine, getting enough food to go around was a constant struggle. At the children's home, Junior met a woman who would change his life forever. Ms. Da Silva. She worked at the home as a cook, and she took Junior under her wing and promised to look after him. She named him Paulo André Camilo de Oliveira. André became his legal guardian and took care of him, while the other workers at the home took turns looking after the other children. Junior grew up in the children's home and had a pretty normal childhood, all things considered. He played football, ran around with his friends, and skipped school whenever he could. But Junior always felt different from the other kids. He wanted more out of life than what the small town of Petropolis could offer him. While most of the other children at the home were content to live their lives in the small town, dreaming of becoming taxi drivers or policemen, Junior wanted more. He wanted to become an Olympic champion. Now, you might be thinking this goal was way out of reach for a kid growing up in a third-world country without any real prospects. But Junior didn't know that. Or if he did, he didn't care. All he knew was that he wanted to become an Olympic champion. When he was just 12 years old, Junior entered a local running competition. He won easily. This victory gave him even more confidence that he was destined for greatness. But he still needed help to get to the Olympics. And luckily for him, he found the right person in Ms. Da Silva. She sacrificed everything to help him achieve his dream, including her own health. Now, you might be wondering, how could she do that? After all, she was just a cook at a children's home. Well, Ms. Da Silva was a lot more than just a cook. She was a mother figure to Junior, and she loved him like her own son. So when he told her about his dream of becoming an Olympic champion, she did everything she could to make it happen. She started by taking him to the local track and field club. The coach there saw Junior's raw talent and agreed to train him for free. Ms. Da Silva also took shifts working as a street vendor, so she could pay for Junior's new shoes and other equipment he needed to train. Meanwhile, Junior trained hard. He was a natural athlete, and his hard work paid off. He quickly became one of the best young runners in Brazil. In 2007, when Junior was just 13 years old, he left home to attend a sports academy in São Paulo. It was a big step for Junior, but he was ready for it. He knew that if he wanted to become an Olympic champion, he had to make sacrifices, and leaving home was a small price to pay for his dream. At the academy, Junior continued to train hard and his results started to show. This was Junior's first major title and it put him on the map. Soon, people from all over Brazil were talking about the young prodigy from the children's home. Junior's rise to fame didn't go unnoticed. In 2012, he was selected to compete in the Olympics. Junior was just 18 years old when he competed in the London 2012 Olympics. He didn't win a medal, but he made it to the final of the 400 meters hurdles. Not bad for an 18-year-old from a poor family in Brazil. After the Olympics, Junior returned to Brazil a hero. Everyone in his hometown was proud of him. They had a hero to cheer for, and they cheered him on every chance they got. But Junior was still hungry for more. In 2016, Junior competed in the Rio Olympics. This time he was ready. He had been training for years, and he knew he could win a medal, and win he did. He took home the silver medal in the 400-meter hurdles. Junior was finally an Olympic champion. He had made it to the top of the podium. But Junior's story doesn't end there. He went on to compete in several more Olympics. He won several medals, including gold in Tokyo in 2020. But for now, let's focus on what got him here. No matter how difficult your situation may seem, Junior's story shows that anything is possible if you set your mind to it. As we look back on Junior's journey so far, we can't help but feel inspired by his story. From a young age, he had a dream, and he worked hard to make that dream a reality. He didn't let his situation hold him back, and he never gave up on himself. Junior's story is a reminder to all of us that we should never give up on our dreams. No matter how difficult the road may be, if we stay focused and keep working hard, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. What are your thoughts on Junior's story? What do you admire most about him? What do you think it takes to be an Olympic champion? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more inspiring stories like this one. Thanks for watching. See you next time.